Don't pity yourself, dude. You want to talk about diseases? Here's one, and it's probably one of the most dangerous diseases out there. It's called self-pitying. You're just thinking about the past, or what was good, what was not good, or this becoming a victim of your own self. With a snap of your fingers, it could just appear. You'd be doing good, you'll be fine. And this is a real problem for people. Just with a snap, it appears. Now you're self-loathing, thinking about what went wrong, thinking about you'll never get better, or it will never be this good again. And it's like, damn, bro. If it could just appear with a snap of your fingers, my remedy would be to just slap yourself, With a slap, it could just go away. Just slap your own self and be like, why are you fucking thinking about this? Think about all the things that could get better. And what if it gets even better than how good it was, people living in their glorious days. I often see some of my friends, and I always cut out these people who talk in a certain way. You might want to judge me. I guess you can. But I don't want to be around these people who are always living in their glorious past. And it's like they have just given up the ability to make new memories, or to make a better future, or to make, or to surpass that happiness, the excitement, whatever that could be. And I can understand some things. Some things just cannot be surpassed, But there are other things, and most things, which can be. So, there are guys out there, and perhaps some girls too, they have these morning rituals. Morning rituals. And they got these fucking bottles on bottles on bottles. There's 50 fucking different colored bottles. There's a yellow bottle, there's a orange bottle, there's a bottle that says cactus poop. Like, what the fuck? Then you see some Tanzanian bird eating coffee beans, and you're like, huh? How does that make sense? How does that even begin to make sense, Witch's hair, and all these weird. And when I'm watching this guy do his morning routine for his gut health, like, what the fuck, bro? Do you have Annabelle's fucking gut or something? Like, your gut must be the most haunted fucking thing on this planet. You're adding lemon juice on top of that? What the fuck, bro? Holy shit. The only thing I feel like you're just missing is that one of those new AI fucking robotics where it looks like a worm, and it wiggles. It's a robot that fucking moves. And I'm like, why does it look like a really, really dark turd? Like a beer human turd, scat. And why does it move? Why do you want to make this the first fucking robotics where it moves omnidirectional? And for this guy who's drinking this fucking morning potion, I feel like this could solve it, You just make it smaller and smaller. You just fucking gulp that shit down there, you know, put some holy water in it, you know, dunk it in some fucking holy water and swallow it and put it on max, you know. It's gonna fucking wiggle everything down. It's gonna come out clean, hopefully. Hopefully. But regardless of that, I was meeting up with a friend. You know, you meet people, you meet some really old friends, and you're like, it's been a while. I wonder, how did this person change? And maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know. Because I just cannot tolerate the people or friends or family or anyone who I'm speaking to. I can't tolerate them if they're not making sense, and I'm catching all their lies. And I know they're lying, but they keep lying. And then all they really have to talk about is just nonsense. It's not in any way intellectual. It's not in any way beneficial. It's not in any way substantial. It has no head or toes, as they say. So the conversation itself is baseless. It's just words spewing out. And there's no end, and there's no beginning, and you're just sitting there thinking, how long is this gonna last? How long do I have to fucking sit here and just for the sake of being kind or normal, I guess. Now, I don't know if saying normal is the right thing here, but how long do I have to tolerate this? When is it gonna end? You know, it sucks. It really sucks to see people, and you meet people and you're expecting things. You're expecting, you know, how, I wonder how did this person grow, or how did this person change, and then you just realize, oh, I'm just meeting the same person. But now it's worse because I know at one point I got rid of all of this bullshit, all these people who just don't make sense. They're not your people, you know. There's nothing you can really talk to them about because they will either end up making lies or gloat about things. Kind of disappointing, really disappointing. It was so disappointing that I fucking smoked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, fucking 10 little cigars. I got fucking zonked out. Yeah. What do I even say here? I was working out. I just remembered this. I was working out and I was like, dude, let me, you know, because every set I do, I just sit there because I'm out of breath, of course. I'm trying to go till failure, as they say, on sets. So I'm not counting my reps. That's what I've been trying. And then I was like, I need to do 2 more sets, but I also, you know, want to just check on my phone, which is way over there. So I need to go and check that. And I was like, oh, wait a second. I really want to check my phone because, you know, I have to. And I've been thinking about like just finishing up these sets and these, you know, and get it over with basically. I was like, I'm gonna put a condition on myself. I will not check my phone, or I will not do anything. You could do this for yourself. It really works. It's something, you know, to just push you through things if you wanna. Set little conditions on yourself, you know. I get to do this, but before I do this, I need to finish up, these sets, or I need to finish writing this page, or I need to finish doing research on this part. And I'm gonna do it diligently, with discipline, and I'm not gonna lie to myself for 20 minutes or 10 minutes. And then I get to have whatever that is, a little chocolate or a fucking ice cream, or if you're fucking Jerry from Tom and Jerry, you can get some fucking cheese, and it works. You're like, okay. And that's the same that happened to me. I just finished up those reps. I was like, oh, interesting. It does really work. So, it works. I thought about this too. I'm guilty of saying this. And I say this to a very select few people, that I really don't talk about this, or really don't open up. And I swear to you, I can really count them on my hand, on just one of my hand. And I say this to them, and I'm guilty of this, as I'm saying, that I really don't talk to other people. And when I do open up, it's rare for me to really open up, like really, really open up, if you know what I mean. And sometimes I open up here too. So maybe that's a lie. I'm not sure. And there's truth in my words. I'm not lying to them, because about my personal things, there are only really a select few people who know about it all. And I don't know if this is something to celebrate or to spread or to talk to other people. Let me finish up. Because there are other people out there who say it to you, or who have said this to you, where they go, you're the only person I talk to. You're the only person I care about. I have no one to speak to. Or maybe you were the only one that just stumbled across their path. You were the only one there for them. And if they find someone else, someone better or something, or anyone, maybe they're not finding anybody, and they find someone else, now you're just left behind. Even though they've said this to you, they've made you someone really special for them, and then they end up leaving you just in the blink of an eye, as they say, like fucking flash. Because they found someone else, they weren't finding anyone else. You just stumbled across this, so they just stuck by you. And now they found someone else. So now you're disposable. Now you're lost and found. You're just fucking gone. Or the third option could be that you were the dumb one that just stood by, or just stuck around long enough because you were just dumb. And all the other people in this person's life, and the reason why he doesn't have anyone else is because he preyed on all of those people. He fucking drank their blood, or skinned them, metaphorically, preyed upon them. And you can't see the fucking wolf that's in front of you because it's in sheep's fucking clothing. It's fucking staring right at you. And if you look long enough, you start seeing things. You see the fucking glowing eyes under all that wool. You see it under the fucking mask, that this guy, he's just taking fucking advantage of you because you're fucking naive, or you're just dumb. You're like, whoa, damn. And going back to the part where I was talking about, you should you meet people and then you're like, you were expecting something better, or so, a conversation that would lead somewhere. I'm talking about generally, nothing specific. And then the conversation itself is meaningless. And then they say this specific word which fucking kinda enrages me. They're like, they say, let's time pass. That's the word that they use. People say this, we got some free time, let's waste it. And wasting time itself, I get it, you're just taking rest, you're doing something in between. But saying it out loud, like saying, I'm gonna time pass, I'm gonna waste my time, it just feels, I'm not saying that my time is very precious for them. It's not. And that's the truth. And that's the truth for you as well. My time is not precious for you. But you should know this. Me, you, and anyone else, we all got fucking limited time. And if we know it's limited and we openly say that we're gonna time pass, it's like, oh, you don't really realize the value of your own individual time. So if you don't even know the value of your own time, how are you gonna value my time? You know what I mean? And maybe I'm thinking about this too much, but that word, the phrasing itself, just doesn't fucking sit right with me. It's like, so there's really nothing you can't do with your time, or that you don't want to do. And if you don't want to do anything with your time, who's the dumb one here? Because you're gonna regret it later on. Brings me to this regret, I wrote it here somewhere. Let me just quickly check. Okay. A friend of mine, I'm not gonna say his name, is going through a really rough breakup, all right? A really rough breakup. And one thing I would say is, let's take a moment of silence for him. And I'm gonna say this. And my honest advice to anyone who's going through a breakup, as they say, a loss of expectations, a sense of losing and recovering yourself at the same time, in a way. And I'm not gonna say that word again, because it feels like one of those people who sit under the fucking waterfall and talk about healing and shit, sense of myself. Shut the fuck up, bro. Sense of myself, fucking gay ass bitch. Anyway, sorry for that. Going back to what you should not do after your breakup, and honest advice as well. Do not do anything that you're gonna regret 8 months from now, or 6 months from now, or 4 months from now. Think about it in that perspective. If you look back right now, 6 months back, and you're like, fuck, I regret that, fuck, I should have done this, I shouldn't have done that, and so on and so forth. Don't fucking do that now. Even while you know that everything kind of sucks, you don't want to do anything. Even though you don't want to do anything, not doing anything, you're just gonna look back 4 months later and you're gonna be like, why didn't I do anything? Why? I wish I could have done something. I wish I could have done that, regardless of. So look back at yourself in that way and you'll be like, even though I don't feel like doing this, this, or this, I'm still gonna do it. And 4 months from now, 5 months from now, bro, you'll be so fucking grateful to your own self. You'll be like, I wish I could drink all of this fucking waterfall, in one gulp. Don't do that. Just delete everything. Just fucking delete everything, all the fucking memories and shit. If you can't delete it, you're a little bitch. Everyone becomes a little bitch at sometimes, right? Fucking throw away your phone, and sometimes you just only have a phone. I don't know, do a fucking reset. Do something, do anything to delete all those memories, get rid of their things. Delete your fucking messages and shit. You know what I mean? And then the most important part, do not fucking go back and stalk them on these social medias, TikTok, Instagram, fucking Facebook, or whatnot, Twitter, or I don't know if you could do that over there. Limit your fucking social media use. Start reading. That's one thing that is pretty weird, like, I don't know. And listen, try to like get some fucking wisdom from older people. That kind of helps too. But the most important of it all, after you've done all of this, or if you haven't done all of this, fucking move, bro. Move. Do things. Do things. Don't fucking lay around in your own sweat. Don't fucking lay around. Even though I know you want to lay around, just fucking rot there. Do not do that. You'll look back, you'll be like, fuck. I wish I could have done something. I already wasted my fucking time, and then on top of that, I wasted more time because I wasted my time, and that's just dumb. So when you figured out you were fucking wasting your time, at least when you figured out, you stopped doing that. And you got more physical, you got more active, you got more conditioned, you worked more or something, do something. So move, fucking exercise, eat clean, drink fucking water, drink fucking water, important. And you will be really good after that, after a little bit. Maybe a week or two might suck, or 3 weeks might suck, but it's gonna get, pretty good. Do not do any fucking activities that require sulking or bitching around, because you'll look back and be like, oh, fuck, I was a bitch. Do not fucking sulk or, do all these healing shits, ring the fucking chandelier or something, wind chiming and shit, fluting around. Don't fucking do that, dude. Just fucking play a sport, maybe. I don't know about dance, bro. Can't really say much about dance. I'm not the type of person, And I guess people dance and shit, and that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with dancing, unless it's very fucking, it's leaning towards being super gay. When you're dancing in a gay way, then, do something, do something cool, you'll be fine. Anyways, also some people tend to become a bitch. I noticed that. When they break up, they become a bitch. They're like, I can't do this, I can't. Damn, bro. I didn't know you had a bitch in you. When did that fucking sprout? Where did this fucking... And sometimes friends don't say that. And maybe you don't need to say that. Maybe you need to say that. It depends on your fucking friendship, I guess, or how close you are to that person. So, yeah. Dude, this was something that I noticed. And I wrote it down here. I just wanted to read this so I don't fuck it up. Before you pay attention to the story, pay attention to its source, where it's coming from, or the person who's telling the story. Makes so much sense right now, right? Every source you go to, there's this talk about this impending doom right now. Wars on the rise. I'm talking globally, not locally. Globally, the world is in semi-chaos. In my opinion, this would be World War III, but not at that scale. If you talk about the amount of drone deaths, so the amount of drones that died in this war, it's a lot. It's a fact, right? A lot of drones died. A lot of fucking rockets died too. I mean, they fucking bursted. I guess bursting counts as dying, right? And in terms of the loss of rockets and drones, we have lost a lot of metal and plastic. So if we didn't have that, we would be fighting with people and bullets, right? Right? And World War III is basically lots of fronts opening up and people fighting. There's already 2 or 3 war fronts that are open, and I hesitate to talk about this. This is just my overview of the current things, and I don't want to talk about those things because they're all fucking doomy and gloomy, and life is enough fucking gloomy right now, and I don't want any fucking other consequences of me speaking without any actual knowledge. This is coming from a fucking civilian who's doing his due diligence, or doing his part, I guess. I don't know if it even is or not. It sucks. But so I just fucking got off the news. If you wanna ask me really, I stopped paying attention. I stopped looking at the news. And maybe that's dumb. But you look everywhere and everybody's saying something. Everybody has something to say. Even me, look at this. I'm fucking recording myself. Everybody has something to say. And everything that everyone says is fucking contradictory. Contradictory. Everyone says one thing or the other, and it's always something that's contradicting this person, that person. So who's saying the truth? I speak the truth. Okay. But can you show me some fucking proof? Because that guy is saying that you don't, and he's showing proof that you don't. And then this guy who's saying, I'm speaking the truth, shows you proof. You're like, what the fuck? Is he lying now? Because he showed me proof. It's all fucking AI. What's going on? What's going on? So there's really no point in getting in the fucking news itself, you know what I mean? Because everybody has a piece to say, especially on fucking YouTube or fucking the TV, you know. I don't want fucking any of that. It's exhausting. It's always gloomy. It's always, you always hear blame. It's all fucking negative, to say the least. So not worth it in my opinion. And I'll just end it with this. I was looking at Tom Segura and Christina. Pretty sad to hear that those guys actually got divorced. And I'm not, in this fucking space where I talk about gossip and shit, but made me think maybe too much visibility fucking affects people. Like, it's sort of this karma that people are watching. A lot of people, imagine a lot of people are watching you, and each individual is having a different effect from watching you and hearing you. Now, one person thinks that it's great, but the other person thinks that it's not so great. And then there's a third person who curses you. This fucking, this idiot, this asshole. And I think over time it builds up. There are people who are grateful for you. There are people who are like, meh. And then there are people who curse you. And after a certain point, I feel like if humans really do have emotions, and I'm gonna talk about negativity and positivity and fucking influence through their emotions has some sort of effect. And when this balance of people who want good for you or who want bad for you, just because it becomes unstable. Sometimes people are hearing you too much, sometimes are people liking you too much. It has an effect on you, even though you're virtually there. It has a fucking effect. You have a price to pay for all of this visibility and affecting people. And as they say, good karma or bad karma, I feel like sometimes the bad karma outweighs the good karma, right? What happens? What are the consequences of having so much unwanted, unknowingly, bad karma that is not on your fucking side? It's there to fucking crush you. What happens then? Do you get affected by it mentally? Do you get affected by it physically? Do you get affected by it in some sort of a fucking spiritual way or something? I don't know what it could be, but this is something worth looking into. Because every couple that did appear happy, content, laughing, loving, intimate on social media, on fucking videos, they never lasted. And I'm not saying that people don't break up regardless. I'm just saying the people who pretend to be the happiest couples or the happiest boyfriends and girlfriends or wife and husband, they always end up separated, divorced, always. And I feel like, could this be a way of saying could this be a way of nature saying that if you show too much envy and jealousy is just outside your fucking door. It's right outside your fucking door knocking. And if you open the door and you let everyone see what they shouldn't see, or let people enjoy what only you should, and there's no privacy, then there's a price to pay. There are consequences. And I'm not saying this. I'm just painting a fucking picture here, I guess. I'm just trying to explain how I'm seeing this, and I'm not saying that it is this. This is just my evaluation. This is just my way of briefing, I guess, or way of explaining. I can't find the right word for it. Forgive me. So yeah, I'm gonna say this. Every time you wanna share your happiest moments, or you wanna capture your happiest moments, or you think you should share this moment or that moment, or show my loved ones, and share this memory or that memory to the world or to a lot of people, think about it again. Do others really feel happy about it, or do they start missing their loved ones, or they just get jealous that they don't have someone, or they just get sad because they lost that someone? And there's plethora of other different scenarios. Do you want to really risk your happiness or your privacy with other people? If you do, amazing, great. That's on you. That's your choice. See ya. Bye bye.